And tonight, live in our studio, a contender again, Shannon Briggs, hoping to get one more shot at the heavyweight title. We've got the heavy hitters on Friday Night Fights now. And tonight we're in Little Rock, Arkansas, the home of the middleweight champ, the State House Convention Center. 24-1-1 Terry Smith only lost to Calvin Brock against 7-foot Julius Long. And hi everybody, welcome to Friday Night Fights, our final Friday Night Fights of the 2005 season. We're back in January, but off for the football season. I'm Brian Kenny, joined this week by heavyweight contender Shannon Briggs. How are you, Shannon?
I'm good, my man. Thank you.
Good to see you again.
Thank you, sir.
Off a win just last week over Ray Mercer. You're 33 years old. I'm sure the fans are wondering, what are your plans? What do you want to do? We're going to get into it in depth later, but what are your plans? How do you feel?
I'm back, baby. I'm looking forward to fighting for a title early next year, mid next year, and I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
All right, how do you evaluate your performance against Mercer? Do you feel good about that?
I feel great. I just came off a win back-to-back, and I'm busy 3 fights this year. I feel great about that.
We're going to talk about your next opponent, too, because I know even today you're making plans on that sort of thing. Also, coming up today, the new Transporter 2 is coming out. Just out in theaters. I'm going to try to drive you over to Lowe's in Plainville tonight for a whole 12:30 a.m. showing. Jason Statham is in that. He's a big action star. What are you in this movie?
I'm a goon.
Shocking. The typecasting in Hollywood, is that the way they're going these days?
Basically, yeah. Right.
How much of an actor are you? What can you do? You've been in, what, Bad Boys 2 you were in too?
Yes, sir.
What do you like about acting?
Oh, I love it, man. It's just like boxing. You know, you get hurt in a fight, you have to pretend like you're not, and you have to act and get through it. And the same thing in Hollywood. All
right, Transporter 2, now in theaters, coming out today. All right, you sparred with Terry Smith, who's in our main event. What do you think of Terry Smith?
A worker. He's a working-like guy, very tough, very focused. You know, we have a similar background, been through a lot in his life, and I think he's very hungry and determined to get to the top. All
right, Shannon Briggs is with us all night. We're going to talk about his career, talk about his future, and also his views on a lot of the top upcoming heavyweight bouts. Also, it's our last Friday Night Fight, still January 20th, so we'll have our top 5 knockouts, top 5 fights. Jermaine Taylor himself, the middleweight champion of the world, is in Little Rock. We're going to interview him, but when we come back, we'll have live boxing in Little Rock, Arkansas. Well-regarded prospect Lamont Peterson, 12-0, ready to go against Rob Frankel. Friday Night Fights with Joe Tessitore and Teddy Atlas. Up next, and Shannon's with us all night. Thank you. I don't want Shannon Briggs taking a shot at this bobblehead right here. You're a big night in minor league baseball. If you're in town, come on up to Fishkill.
I will.
All right. Let's talk about Lamont Peterson for a second. I mean, wow. I mean, what a great prospect. I mean, tight defense, good with his hands. What are your thoughts, Shannon?
Very impressive. Future HBO, Showtime, big pay-per-view superstar. I'm impressed. Has everything, hand speed, can fight inside, outside. I'm very impressed.
You look at the top 10 right now in the welterweight division. I see guys that he beats. Maybe not top 5 you don't want to go near, right, but already at 21 years of age, maybe he beats some of those guys in the bottom half of the top 10. That's saying quite a bit.
Definitely. There's guys like Estrada there who's a tough fighter, fought a great fight with Shane Mosley, but this guy definitely has more boxing ability. I see this guy in a year or so being in the top 10, definitely.
Yeah, very impressive by Lamont Peterson. Impressive effort tonight. All right, let's talk about Shannon Briggs. Again, 3 fights already this year. So you're backing it up. I mean, you're saying you're coming back, but you're not doing it just cashing in. You're getting some fights. Let's go back to June. Abraham O'Kine, we saw you up at Canastota, up at the Turning Stone Casino. All right, you came out firing in this fight, and you damaged him early. Evaluate your own performance in this fight.
You know, I kind of was rushing. I was a little bit overweight, and I mean, but I did what I was supposed to do with a guy at that level. I mean, you know, I would like to have gotten him out of here in the first round, but it took 2 more.
What do you take out of this fight?
You know, I'm a puncher. I'm a fast starter. I'm a puncher, you know, so, you know, that's me.
You took him out. Now against merciless Ray Mercer, who is 44 years old, but still pretty tight with the jab. Still a guy that gets in there and fights. You stopped him in the 7th round. All right, evaluate your performance here.
I was having fun, man. That was like an old grudge match, and I enjoyed that one. You know, it was like...
What was the old grudge?
It goes back to days where we were both managed by Mark Roberts. Teddy Atlas can tell you about that. We shared the same gym. It was crazy.
You're in New Jersey?
Yes, sir.
Right. And there was a grudge there?
There was definitely a grudge, and we took care of business. We settled it in the ring like men, and it's over now.
All right. What's next? What are you going to do next?
Well, my manager, Scott Hirsch, and Greg Cohen called me today. My promoter, Greg Cohen, and Cedric Kushner called me and said, Vinny Matalone wants to fight Shannon Briggs. So if you're sitting at home, Vinny, October 1st, I think is the throwdown date. And I'm quite offended because I know he's a guy who fights here often on ESPN. And I mean, that's good for him and all, but to accept the fight with me, I feel like he's offended me, so it's on like popcorn.
Well, you're a good you're a good name, though. I mean, if you to beat you is a good name on your resume if you put it out there. So I mean, don't you expect a guy like that to try to make his climb and try to make it off your back?
Well, that's what gets me upset in some ways, because I feel like a lot of guys feel like, get Shannon Briggs, he has the name, easy pickings. But that's what I'm back for, to show guys that, I'm one of the best heavyweights in the world. I'm fast, I hit hard, and I'm going to punish these guys for picking me.
Right. What do you really want to accomplish? Again, we mentioned that you're in Transporter 2, you're acting, you obviously have the marketability, you have the name. How serious are you about a realistic shot at the top 10 or the championship?
Well, I feel like, I'm back. I want to punish guys. I mean, for a long time, guys have been calling me out, feeling like Shannon Briggs is an actor. He's a model, whatever it may be. But I feel like right now, what drives me is the fact that I want to take on these challenges. I'm mature now. I'm older. I'm 33 years old. I've developed physically, mentally. I feel like I'm physically sound now. I've took some time off. My body's rested. I want to go out there and show I'm the best heavyweight in the world.
All right, your former trainer is standing by right now. Our own Teddy Atlas is out there. Now, last time I tried this, Teddy, you retired a guy. You're not going to do that tonight, are you?
I hope not.
Take it easy, Teddy.
I'm not. Just stop beating up those senior citizens, will you? Come on, let's get some younger guys. And listen, Brian, I can't wait to see that bobblehead doll, but I'd rather see one of Shannon. Imagine seeing that. There'd be a lot of action going on with that.
That would sell on eBay, yeah.
Love to see that.
Hey, listen, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Teddy.
No, Shannon, keep it up. I mean, really, all kidding aside, get your weight down and be a player.
I lost 3 pounds. I was down to 257, so I actually lost 4 pounds for this fight. I'm working.
I think you lost a couple pounds for this show, just so I wouldn't say anything. That's what I think you did.
Hey, listen, I've been camping out at the Verrazano Bridge, hoping to catch you coming over. You will train me. I'm hypnotizing. You will train me. You will train me.
Maybe they haven't told you I've moved.
Oh. I didn't get the memo.
Teddy, what weight should he be at? What would you tell if you say to Shannon, this is the weight you should be at to make a realistic run?
In the 230s, all kidding aside. I mean, I know he has a little ways to go. You don't have to do it all in one leap. Get down to the 240s, but when you're talking about making a run, when you're talking about fighting that significant fight, with the experience Shannon has, he can fight that significant fight, and that's where he belongs, in impact fights. Get down in the 230s. That's what fits him the best.
What do you think, Shannon?
He's 100% right. I feel like I'll be much faster in the 230s. I got to put the sandwiches down, man. You see, we had lunch today, me and Brian. I had a bag of chips. He was like, "What are you doing?" I'm down,
soon.
But it's definitely the weight is an issue. I'm looking forward to hopefully being in the 240s for the next fight.
All right, hey Teddy. Before we go, would it be better for him to go against the 6'7" guys we're talking Klitschko's, or the Chris Bird, James Toney level? I mean, guys who can really box, but smaller guys than Shannon. Which way should he go?
Well, I mean, the Tonys, those kind of guys, I think those will be good spots for him. He's got the experience to deal with just about anyone. Klitschko's the toughest guy right now, the older Klitschko. The younger Klitschko is still weak mentally, but the older one uses his size, uses that European style a little bit, and now he's got the confidence, he's got the professionalism after quitting against Bird, but redeeming himself against Lennox Lewis to be really a consistent guy. I think those other guys right now make more sense for Shannon.
All right. Hey, Teddy, thank you. Thank you for not retiring me this time either.
Thank you for coming back, Ryan. We missed you.
All right. Thank you, Teddy. Take care. All right, get ready for the next fight. Shannon Briggs again with us throughout the whole evening. Well, coming up, you've got some college football. It's college football weekend already. And tomorrow, 5:30 Eastern time on ESPN, you've got the WAC champions, the defending champs coming back, Boise State. Good interconference matchup with DJ Shockley and Georgia, 8:45 Eastern. Look, this one, a great matchup, Georgia Tech and Auburn. Again, that's 8:45 Eastern. Great doubleheader on ESPN tomorrow night. When we come back, Teddy Atlas on the